Hey, you YouTube and Snapchat and fuckers, welcome back to another installment of the Friday Wrap Up. I got one hell of a fucking show for you guys today. Let me tell you, first off, thank you for hanging out with me for an entire year. This is the anniversary show of the Friday Wrap Up. Exactly this time last year, give or take a day, I debuted the Friday Wrap Up on YouTube. I used to do it exclusively on Snapchat. Now I let the whole world enjoy it. So this is a 1 year anniversary. Can't fucking believe it's been a year. So I got some little treats and things for you guys. And I guess the world was kind to me this week because we got a lot of stops to make on the fucking crazy train. So before we get started, I'd like to tip my hat to today's libation. I am drinking a Kentucky peach tea. This is sort of a Tommy original. I took a little inspiration from a friend of mine. I had something similar to this, actually very similar to this. The only difference is they used raspberry tea at my friend Eddie and Teresa's, but I gave it a name and kicked it up a little bit. So a Kentucky peach tea is a refreshing, beautiful summer cocktail, and I suggest that you have this at your 4th of July barbecue. Real simple. So I take iced tea. You can make your own iced tea. I made my own iced tea. Like I made, like old school sun tea. I take a handful of tea bags, stick them in a pitcher, stash it in the fridge for 2 days because I like a nice strong tea. And then, I add a little lemon juice to that. And if you want to sweeten it up, you could use either simple syrup, as sweet as you like. I mean, some people like their tea sweet, some don't. I don't know. I used a little Truvia because that dissolves real quick. If you try to use sugar, it's just going to granulate and stick to the bottom. Or you could just buy your favorite iced tea mix. There's nothing wrong with that. And what you do is you take 2 shots of Jim Beam peach flavored bourbon. This stuff, I don't know how the fuck I missed this shit, but it is delightful. Dangerous, but it's bourbon, but it's flavored with peach. Whatever the fuck, I don't know, but it's dangerous shit. Evan Williams also makes a peach flavored bourbon. They're both bourbons. They're both from Kentucky. Buy whatever you like, okay? So that's how you make it by the glass. 2 shots of bourbon, ice, you fill the rest up with your favorite iced tea. Now, if you want to make a picture of this shit, right, for your next 4th of July barbecue, which is this weekend sometime, and you're thinking, I'm not good at math, don't worry, Uncle Tommy's got you covered. So you take a 2-quart pitcher, right? That's 8 cups. What you want to do is you want to add 2 cups of bourbon, your peach-flavored bourbon, and then you fill the rest up with about 6 cups of iced tea. That's 8 cups. If you want it a little less strong, go with, a cup and a half of bourbon. You want it a little stronger, go with 3 cups. Whatever makes you happy. But let me tell you something. This shit's dangerous. It creeps up on you fast. So I like to garnish mine with a little lemon wedge. And it's summertime in the glass. A salud, to drink up and be somebody. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. That is fucking good. That's good. It's good. All right, so big week. Big fucking week. So we got the Friday Wrap-Up Anniversary show. So just to give you guys a little update on the foot, it's coming along nicely. It's been a week already with the boot. The doctor told me when I got it, I'd only have to wear it for like 2 weeks. And then he says to me, he goes, and then after the 2 weeks, he goes, I suggest you transition to a good sneaker. And I'm like, yeah, who the fuck you talking to? I got about 9 pairs that I just bought that I haven't worn yet because I got to break them in even, so I'm good. I'm good on the sneaker thing. So, it's been a fucking hot week, the goddamn heat index has been ridiculous. So I've been wearing a lot of sleeveless shirts lately. And I get stopped a lot. People, since my guy re-inked my arm, I keep getting fucking stopped, and people keep complimenting me on it, which, you know how I am. I don't like people. It's not as annoying as you would think. It depends on who's doing it. If a guy stops and goes, yo, man, that's some fucking sick ink. Can I see that? I just go like that. And they go, oh, it's cool, man. Who did that? I tell him, and that's it. And the discussion. If it's a young chick, they'll go, oh my God, that's so hot. And thanks. And I keep it rolling. It's these fucking cougars, okay? These goddamn 50-year-old, 48, late 40s, early 50-year-old women that are fucking irritating as shit. I don't understand. Like, they look, I go, oh, what's that? You know, I mean, look here. Just to give you guys a visual, okay? So they go, oh, what's that? It's a kraken wrapped around a pirate ship. What does it mean? It means it's a kraken wrapped around a pirate ship. No, but what does it mean? It means mind your own fucking business, you keep. Why does everything gotta have a meaning? I don't understand these fucking broads. Every tattoo has gotta have a meaning. And then they start playing show and tell with themselves. They go, well, this one means, you know, faith. Because it says, like, they either have, like, Chinese emblems on them, or like a fucking paragraph, like over here and all this other shit. You know, what? Remember when a tramp stamp was just a fucking tramp stamp? It was something to look at while you had them bent over? You know, it was nice. It was a visual. Now everything's got to have a meaning. This one means faith. This one I got from my daughter because she gives me a reason to live. I guess that's why it says that she's my reason to live. Or like people who tattoo like all their children's names on them and they feel it necessary to tell... This is my son, and this is my daughter. They got all these random names all over themselves. It looks like they were a fucking Hoa, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, I mean, like, I love the ones when they point to the Chinese emblems and go, well, this one means inner strength. No, bitch, that means fucking beef and broccoli. Just once. Just once, I'd like to see a Chinaman walk up to one and go, oh, it does say poker fried rice and egg roll. You know, like, oh, Corona killed. I mean, you don't know what the... Why would you tattoo something in Chinese on yourself? You don't know what the fuck it means. Okay? Everything's got to have a fucking meaning. Why can't a tattoo just be a fucking tattoo? Okay? If it looks cool, it's a tattoo. Okay? If it meant anything, I sure as fucking gonna tell you. It's annoying. You know? People make an enjoyable thing annoying. That's the point I'm trying to make. These fucking people. Who cares about your children's names or emblems or paragraphs? They have song lyrics all over them. I mean, if it looks cool, tattoo it and move on. What the fuck? Anyway, Nostril Gate. Well, Cuomo saga continues. Nothing new to report this week other than federal subpoenas went out this week. Shit's getting real. I don't know, Andy. Grab those ankles, baby, because it's about to get fucking crazy. You know what I mean? That's insane. So, you know, now this is usually the segment of the show that I usually like to, you know, hey, wait a minute, man. Hold up a second, young fella. You mean to tell me you've been doing this shit for about a year? Yeah, where were you on the intro, man? You came in late. Well, you know us black folk, we like to make ourselves an entrance. Now, what the fuck are you talking about? You been doing this crazy-ass shit for about a year? That's right, Pops. This motherfucker crazy. An entire year of this shit? Well, congratulations for sticking to it, my friend. Well, thank you, Pops. This motherfucker crazy, folks. You know what I'm saying? Just be kind to him, because he ain't right in the head. His mama done dropped him a couple times. Shut the fuck up and get out of here. Fucking Pops. Anyway, so, usually I launch right into your Corona updates, but I'm happy to tell you that I will no longer be doing Corona updates. You know why? Because Corona's over! It's the 4th of July. No more Corona. And to commemorate this delightful... Ooh, just squirted myself. I got excited. To commemorate this delightful event, Uncle Tommy is going to treat you to an original Tommy song. Semi-original. So, you know, bear with me, because I haven't performed live in front of anyone in quite some time. Not that this is really live, but sort of you get the idea, all right? So, here we go. See if you recognize this. Everybody was kung flu fighting. Man, those coughs were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. They sneezed with expert timing. There was funky little Fauci and a fucked up CDC. Kosher Chucky Schumer and drunky Pants Pelosi. It's a brand new Chinese virus that was made in Wuhan. Now someone chewed on a bat and we're all in a goddamn mask. Everybody was kung flu fighting. Man, those coughs were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Are they a sneeze with the expert at timing? New York had fucking Andy Cuomo and de Blasio, that moron. Here comes BLM. Let's get it on. The whole country went woke, and I don't understand. An entire year we had to skip, and we're all in that vaccine drip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Man, that shit spread like lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. They lied with expert timing. Keep it on, baby, keep on. Well, there you go. That's your song. Hopefully you liked it. If you didn't, you can go fuck yourself. So, to commemorate the end of Corona, everybody was kung flu fighting. So, next up, you know what time it is, kids. You guessed it. Get those tickets out. Get your shoes on. Get ready. We're going to take a long trip on the crazy train. All aboard! Woo, woo! Okay, first stop, California, the left coast. Get this shit. They are banning travel for state employees to any state that discriminates against the LGBTQ ABCDEFG community. I mean, they keep adding letters, so why stop it at Q? So basically, they're saying that any state that has any kind of legislation that bans trans whatever people from participating in sports that they were not genetically prone to participate in, like for example, trans guys participating in women's sports. There's some states are banning that in schools and stuff like that. And I don't get. Listen, I don't disagree with that. Okay, because a guy is most of the time, it's going to be physically bigger and stronger than women, so it's an unfair advantage. Just because you want to tuck your dick in doesn't mean you're still not a fucking guy, biologically. You understand what I'm saying? So, any state that has this kind of legislation, California is banning their state employees from traveling to for work purposes or whatever the reason is. You know, they have a word for something like that. It's called fucking communism. So basically all the southern states and all the red states, have this kind of legislation because it makes sense. And California, is considering that bigoted and discriminatory. Listen, let me explain something to you fucksticks, okay? I personally have no problem with the gay community or the trans community or whatever the fuck kind of community is out there. I mean, here's my, listen, if you want to, I don't want to say protect, but being trans, okay, is your mindset saying that, okay, I was born a woman, so now I want to live my life as a woman. But biologically, you were born with a dick. Okay? You know what makes a woman a woman? The fact that they have fucking ovaries and a uterus and they can have babies and they got milk-producing tits. Okay? If you're born with all of that, you are a woman. Listen, I can dress up like a fucking cactus every day. That doesn't make me a plant. That just makes me perpetuating Halloween. Okay? Listen, if that's the way you want to live your life as a woman, dressed like a woman, okay, fine. But there are certain things that you are not going to be able, especially in fucking high school. Okay? Who's cutting their dick off in school? You know what I'm saying? So, we have to stop. We have to fucking stop, catering to crazy people. Here's a fun fact, okay? Okay, here's a fun fact. I used to own a gay bar many moons ago. I know. 9 of you just fell out of your fucking chairs. You're going, oh my God. Yeah, no, straight guy owned a gay bar. Let me tell you something. If I were to open up another bar today, I'd open up another gay bar. I'll tell you why. Gay guys are the best, okay? Best fucking clients. They come, they spend money, they party, they have a good time. Very little trouble, all right? Just don't let the lesbians in, they fight. Okay, but other than that, They spend money. They're a great client. You leave them alone. They have a good time. And you know what? They're not bad people. I don't give a shit. Now, the reason I bring this up is because when I had the bar, I used to get a lot of, we used to call them fucking transvestites or cross-dressers. Gay guys that would dress up like women, and some of these, I swear to God, do look like women. You get certain telltale signs you gotta look for, like the Adam's apple in the hands, okay? But they would come in, they would hang out, Most of the time, these guys that were dressed as women were looking for straight guys. They would, hang out, they'd hang out, have a couple of drinks, and then go to the next bar. They were looking for straight guys to blow, because I guess they got like a little fucking crazy thrill out of that. And I used to tell my clients, listen, you guys are fucking stupid, because you know something? One of these days you're going to get the wrong fucking guy and they're going to put you on your ass. You're going to get killed that way. And then there's some guys that are on a fucking DL that, they say they're not gay, but they enjoy a fucking Hummer from a tranny. Hey, to each their own. I don't judge. I don't give a fuck. But, point being, when it comes to this trans shit, the sports and stuff like, I mean, come on, we got to use a little fucking common sense here, because you know what? There's going to be pervs that are going to take advantage of this. Just today, I heard on the news, I think it was actually in fucking California, of all fucking places, there was a spa, right? And in the women's locker area where they had women and children, I guess the shower part, some fucking guy walks in with his dick hanging out, and he says, well, I identify as a woman. That's not okay. I'm sorry, but that is not okay. Because you know what? How the fuck do you really know this guy identifies as a broad? Maybe he's just a fucking perv, okay? So, unfortunately, that's something you're going to have to contend with. So we got to stop being catering to crazy people, okay? It's like letting the fucking inmates at Bellevue tell you what time to give you their medication. Shut the fuck up, okay? Like I said, I got no problem with the gay community. I got members in my family who are gay. Listen, one of my best friends thought she was a lesbian for 16 years. I mean, in her defense, she's Polish, so I can understand why she was confused. But, nonetheless, I didn't have a problem with her being a lesbian. Matter of fact, I thought it was cool, She turned out to be the world's worst lesbian because, I would check out a chick, and I'd be like, oh, check out that broad, and she was completely fucking oblivious. But that's a story for another day. So, most people think, oh my God, he's an LGBT phobe. I'm not. Okay, but, what's fucking sane is sane, and that's insane. Speaking of transgender, next stop, Nevada. Okay, a transgender woman was crowned Miss Nevada. Cataluna Enriquez beat out 21 actual fucking women to be crowned Miss Nevada. Now, Makekatsa, how ugly were these fucking broads that you got beat out by a guy in drag? I mean, seriously. Again, this is what I mean. Okay? This is what I mean. Like I said, if you're really a woman, you have the ability to produce babies. Okay? Like you take a woman who becomes a guy, right? And, she wants to walk around telling people she's a guy. But if I cut off your fake dick and I fired semen into your vagina, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some kind of a biological reaction where you're going to get pregnant, okay? Same here. This guy shouldn't, like I said, first of all, how ugly are these fucking take a look. I didn't think he was that pretty. How ugly are these fucking broads that, somebody who's transgender or transgender woman, whatever the fuck pronoun you got to use these days, beats them out. Do you know how bad you got to feel as a chick? Holy shit. First of all, this isn't cool. Okay? This ain't right. I'm going to tell you why. Here's the purpose of these fucking pageants. So straight guys and lesbians can look at them and fantasize about banging the fucking finalists. That's why they exist. Okay? So you're doing a disservice to the heterosexual community as well as the lesbian community. Okay? By allowing this shit to happen. You can't even look at anybody now and think, oh, they're hot, because you don't know if they're a broad or if they used to be a guy. Like, you meet a chick these days, you got to ask them, is this original equipment or is it new? You know what I mean? I don't talk to nobody. I don't want to be bothered with no one. I don't want to fucking deal with nothing and nobody. Next stop, Pennsylvania. You knew I was going here. So, in case you were living under a rock this week, I'm telling you, the Friday wrap-up gods were good to me this week. The Cosby conviction got overturned on a technicality. And now he's out of prison. You imagine this shit? So here's what happened. Now, when they convicted Bill Cosby, they used a deposition that he gave in a civil suit years earlier because they didn't have enough. The prior DA, the DA that was prior to the one that prosecuted him, didn't want, when this Andrea Constrand or whatever brought charges again, they didn't have enough. The DA at the time said they didn't have enough evidence to file a criminal charge, but they did have enough evidence for a civil suit. So he gave a deposition with the DA under the agreement that the deposition would never be used in a criminal indictment or in a criminal conviction. The new DA felt that they didn't need to honor that agreement, which was bullshit. So his attorneys, on an appeal, labored the court and said, listen, his constitutional rights were violated. He was under an agreement in good faith with the prior district attorney that if he gave this deposition, which was supposed to be sealed, that it would never, ever be used in a criminal conviction because it violates his Fifth Amendment where he's actually incriminating himself. Now, I'm not saying Cosby's innocent. I'm not saying he should go free. He should rot in prison. But from a legal perspective, it's a viable argument. And the judge felt the same, and they let him out. So he did 3 years on a 10-year sentence. Or 2 years. I think he did 2 years on a 3 to 10-year prison sentence. So, this was, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. It just broke. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. I mean, could you imagine this? Hey, I'm out of prison today. I mean, shit. You see, it's been a while since I pulled my pudding pop out because the wife looks like Nelson Mandela. You see, there's better looking men in prison than my wife. So who wants to come over for a Coca-Cola and a smile? And then I'm going to drop the Cosby kids off on your face. Yeah. And he's looking to do a fucking comedy tour. Could you imagine? Can you imagine what's happening? I mean, poor Britney Spears can't get a fucking break. Her father's telling her she can't redo her kitchen or get pregnant. And meanwhile, this son of a bitch, he goes walking out of fucking prison. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Next stop, the Bronx, New York City. So, I was going to save this for the sports update, but it was just so fucking crazy. I had to throw it. Last stop on a train. So, here we go. Monday night. Yankees are playing the Angels at the stadium, right? So the Angels pitcher, Dylan Bundy, throws 5 pitches and then begins to projectile vomit on the mound. I guess I'm not the only one who the Yankees make sick, I mean, I've never seen anything like this in 43 fucking years. The guy's just standing on the pitcher's mound, just fucking hurling all over the place. I couldn't fucking believe what I was seeing. I'm so happy I wasn't at the game because I'm a sympathy vomiter. Fun fact. I'm not the guy you want in the bathroom with you when you're fucking ralphing your brains out. I'll throw up right on top of you. I actually did that once to an ex-girlfriend of mine. Not on purpose. We went out drinking one night. She mixed. She's ralphing herself in the bathroom. I go in there to check on. I fucking threw up right on her head. I swear to God. Poor girl. Anyway. So, like I said, I'm glad I wasn't there because I would have either thrown up on the guy in front of me or the person next to me. I don't know whichever way it would have happened. But clearly, this delighted Kevin Durant, who was at the game and had field level view. Take a look, okay, of this guy fucking just spewing on the goddamn mound. Now, you would think that something like this would, get the Yankees fired up, and just rally the team to victory. No. This goes to show how much they fucking suck. The goddamn starting pitcher throws up violently after 5 pitches. The Yankees go on to lose the fucking game 5-3. You can't make this shit up. I swear to God. So, and that segues right into your sports update. Major League Baseball, the fucking Yankees are now in 4th place. I can't even remember the last time the Yankees were even actually in 4th place. They got swept by Boston again last weekend. That was a fucking disaster. They lost the series to the Angels this week. I think they won 1 game. That's it. One game. As a matter of fact, Wednesday night's game, these fucking assholes blow an 8-run lead thanks to Chapman blowing a save. They lose 11-8. Okay, and they haven't blown a lead like this, I think, since maybe 2006. Maybe. And to make matters worse, this fuckstick of a manager, he gave Aaron Boone and Gio Urshela the night off. Your two best fucking hitters in the lineup, you give them the night off because, get this, they were tired. Are you fucking kidding me? You get paid millions of dollars a year to play baseball. You're tired, and this little fuckstick gives them that. They would have never pulled that shit if Girardi was the skipper still. If you told Joe Girardi, hey coach, hey Skip, I'm tired. I don't feel like playing tonight. Yeah, get your fucking tired ass in the lineup. Okay? This motherfucker gives him the night off, blows the fucking game. How the fuck does this cocksucker still have a fucking job? That's what I want to know. They should fire him, and they should fire that asshole fucking Cashman. Let me tell you why. Now, Cashman, in his prime, made some smart moves with the Yankees. The last couple of years, he's just been a fucking disaster. Let's forget the fact he fired Joe Girardi and replaced him with this jerk-off, okay? But here, just last year, he traded Adam Ottavino to the fucking Red Sox. Ottavino's like a lights-out pitcher. For nothing, for garbage, who got? And then traded a fucking pitching prospect who apparently this kid's got an arm like a fucking golden catapult, okay? Because both of these pitchers cleaned the Yankees' clocks last weekend, okay? For that alone, and the hiring of Boone, this guy's got to go. Sometimes fucking GMs, they get burnt out. They do better in another fucking team. Send them there, okay? Get rid of this fucking guy. Hal Steinbrenner has no fucking balls whatsoever. He's a dickless fuck that he should put his sister in charge. She's got a bigger set of fucking testicles than this little son of a bitch, okay? This fucking team is going to hell in a handbasket, and to make matters worse, they're playing the fucking Mets this weekend. I'm not even going to watch. Okay, yeah, the Mets are still in fucking first place. I know, the world is upside down. Up is down, left is right, black is white. I don't know what the fuck's happening, okay? But they're playing the Mets this week. I don't even going to watch because it's going to be a motherfucking massacre, okay? There's no way the Yankees are fucking getting swept this weekend. And it fucking guts me to say that. Now listen, normally when the Yankees are playing the Mets, I'll be the first, Mets, I'm saying it, I'll be the first one to fucking talk all kinds of shit about the Mets because they suck. I hate the fucking Mets. Okay, but I can't say that this year. They don't suck this year. This year, these motherfuckers are in first place since day one. If they don't win the World Series this year, if you're a Mets fan and the Mets do not win the World Series, nobody would blame you for promptly killing yourself right after the fucking game. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Because if they don't win this year, the World Series, you really should kill yourself, okay? Because they're a heartbreak team. Okay, NHL. Islanders lost Game 7 to Tampa. Told you. I mean, at least they got a little further this year than they did the year before. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to it ever since the Islanders got knocked out. So much for hockey in New York, right? Man, Tampa will probably win this. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Okay? All right? Hopefully this time next year we'll be talking about the Rangers. Going to the Cup. I mean, I know, long shot, but one can hope, right? Who knows? Maybe this new coach will breathe some fucking life. The Rangers do not have a bad team at all. They actually have a fucking championship caliber team. It's just they were completely mismanaged, in my opinion. For what it's worth. Okay, so on What the Fuck Is That? We are going to talk about butt plug whistles. I almost fucking died when I saw. I don't remember exactly how I came across this. I really don't. I don't know where I saw it, how I came across it, but like it was like one of those things I caught out of the corner of my eye and went, butt plug whistles. So we all know what a butt plug is, right? It's like a little fucking stubby little dildo you shove up your ass. You know, the LGBT community is very, very, very very well versed with this shit. But listen, there's some chicks that like it too, you know. It doesn't make you a bad person, it just makes you fun. So this is a butt plug that's also a whistle. where you can control the sounds by your muscle movement. So, you know, it obviously you have to fart into the fucking thing. So if you go to like Taco Bell or White Castle and you load up, you can play an entire fucking soundtrack or a symphony. You just gotta learn to control your muscle movements with your stomach and your ass, and you can make little notes. Go. And now you might be wondering, well, Tommy, where can I purchase such a wondrous musical instrument? Fear not, Amazon's got it. I'm telling you, you can find anything on fucking Amazon. It is amazing. So, as you know, this weekend is the 4th of July. Tonight's supposed to be a little crappy on the weather. The weather department. Tomorrow is supposed to be even crappier. Sunday and Monday are supposed to be nice. So if you're traveling anywhere, I'd like to point out gas is at a fucking all-time high. It's actually exactly $1 more this year. The average price of gas, I think, is like $3.18 a gallon. It's exactly $1 more than it was last year at this time. Not since 2014, when Obama was president, was gas ever this high. You see where I'm going with this? You know what I mean? You stick one of these fucking Democratic jerk-offs in the White House, your pocket starts hemorrhaging. So, like I said, it's 4th of July. You know what happens at the 4th of July. Everybody turns into a fucking pyromaniac. So, my neighborhood's going to be a goddamn war zone all weekend long. Well, fortunately, Saturday with the rain, hopefully I'll have like one night of peace. But Sunday, Monday, it's going to be like fucking Beirut over here. Listen, I don't understand what the fucking obsession with fireworks is. I truly don't. You see one fireworks show, you see them all. Like, I'll go to one or I'll look up when I see fireworks. That's nice. And then I move on. People stand there staring like retards, like cavemen staring at fucking fire like it's the first thing they've ever seen. Like they just discovered plutonium by accident. It's hilarious. Like they just stand there staring at it. Like it's magic. I don't know. Listen, if you want to see fireworks, turn on the Macy's fireworks show. Go to the beach. Go to a fucking fireworks show. Don't start lighting fireworks off in the middle of the block or in your backyard because you're gonna burn somebody's fucking house down. Most more importantly, mine. Okay, all right. So just say a little public service announcement, you fuckheads. So anyway, that has been your Friday wrap up. I want to thank you again for hanging out with me for an entire year. Hopefully I'll keep doing the show as long as people keep watching. So sorry, kids. But anyway, enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Stay safe. Have some peach tea. And I'll see you when I see you.